Hello, welcome to Super High Graphics. First, let's take a look at the intro. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because our videos will help improve your growth and creativity.
Hello and welcome back to Super High Graphics. So today being Monday, we have to do something really incredible to keep the momentum and the morale high and get you going. So want to create something beautiful. Delete what you have on your screen. Okay, you can create this in different dimensions. If you are using it for Instagram, you can use the other longer Instagram dimension, but let me just create it in the custom dimension, which is the custom size that I have here. So let's come to background and select the background color. Okay, for this you can just select a random color. You can make it a red color or orange color. Okay, let me create this in a red color. Okay, let me make it brighter. I want to make it brighter a little. Okay, like this. Here is a red color. Okay, good. Now the next thing that I will do here is just to come here and create I want to add an image, so I'll just come here and pick up an image. I downloaded this image, so I removed the background. You can just get any color, any one of your choice. You can download it, or if you are a member of those that have bought the graphic designing pack, it's available in the pack. You can just go there and pick it up. So you can get something like this, remove the background. So with this, you can see the size of the image. The next thing that I would like to do now is to lock this. Just lock it, come into text and type in, let's type in Nike. Okay, let's say we are referencing the shoes she has on. So you make it a capital letter and just bring it here, increase the size. The next thing is to go and get the font for it. So getting a font for it now. Get a font that it's a bit, that the size is longer in size. So when I'm trying to create something longer in size, I often use slim lines. So I'll come here and you make use of slim line like this. You can increase the size just like this. You can see it. So you can increase the size like this. Okay, great. You can increase it further if you like. Now with this, all you just have to do now is you can close it. No, let me not close it. Just bring it up to something like this. But I want it to be longer than the image. So all I will just have to do now is simple. I can come to perspective. Let me come to perspective and just drag it up a little. So I have to be careful with this. This is how you can make your text longer than the usual that you have, making use of perspective. You have to be careful. Okay, you can see that. So I'll drag it down a little again. Okay, with that you can see it now. Just enable the perspective. You can see how longer it has become. Okay, good. Just okay that and click out. Now with this, let me change the color of this to black color. Let me change the color to black color. You can see it. Okay, great. The next thing is to just send it to the back. Send it to the back. With this, you can either reduce the opacity or just leave it like this. Now with this being done, the next thing is I'll just create a shape. I'll just create a shape like this that can cover the page. Just a shape that can cover the page like this. Okay, great. Now the next thing is to come to gradient. You can select any gradient color of your choice. You can see something like this. For how I got this, I used this in a previous design. For how I got it, let's go back. Let's just select random color and make it a random color. Okay, now with that, you come to gradient, come to this plus sign, and then it will be, let me go and select another random another random gradient to show us. Okay, this is a random gradient. Now with this, you have these two primary colors on the gradient palette. All you just have to do is click on the plus sign, create more gradient, click on it again, click on it again. So you have 5 gradient, 5 color block here. Now for the first one, you can leave it the way it is. This second one, you come here and click on this, reduce the opacity to make it light. This center one, go back again. The center one, come here and just make it absolutely transparent, just like that. Okay, this other one also, you come here and make it lighter, like, okay, something like this. You can see how we are creating it. Now we want to create the pattern at which it will go, so I'll make use of any of this. You can use any of the patterns, but let me see what will work well. Okay, this one is fine, so I'll close this up, close this up. You can see it. Great. Now you can just apply this one here and move this one closer. You can see how I created this gradient. Okay, great. You can see this is how you can easily create the gradient of your choice. Now just okay that and send this, lock it. You can lock it and then send it to the back, like send, or just bring the lady forward. Great. You can see that now. Nice. With that, if you feel like it is too thick, you can reduce the opacity of the text. Remember I said that earlier, so you can reduce the opacity to make it lighter. So you can just put it at 50%, something like that. Okay, now unlock this lady. Let's touch the image of this lady to get something. So you just come to color filter, you can increase the saturation, you can see that, or you can reduce it and increase the brightness or reduce the brightness, something like that. Or let's go back to 0. So you can increase the saturation of this lady to, like, let's say 12 to bring out the. Now great, the next thing is to come to shadow, enable the shadow, and then here under the shadow, the color, it's usually a black color at first, so you just reduce the thickness of the color, so it will become a lighter color. Then you can come and the offset, you can see. So but this time I want it to be backward a little, while bring it down a little, just like that. Now let's go back to the thickness. You can reduce it further until you get something that, okay, you are satisfied with. So I'll keep in. So just like this, you can see the reflection is over the page. The next thing is just to add some text to it to beautify it. So let's lock this. Now the next text I will be adding is never back down. So I'll just type in never back down, just like that. Make it a capital letter, then you bring it here. The next thing is to get a font for it. Just get a font. You can make use of the same fonts that we made use of earlier, Slimcase, just like that. Okay, now you just bring it back to the center one. If you are designing and something like this happen, just make use of this to bring it back to the center. You can see. Okay, great. Now with this, bring it back to the center is when you don't have your network data on, that you get this kind of reaction where the text will be disappearing underneath. So now with this, all you just have to do is to come to alignment and align it to the center. You can see that when you align this to the center, just like this, you can reduce it further like this. But let's make use of another font. I want it to be bigger and then spread wider than this. So let me check for something else. Okay, let me make use of this. You can see it. So just, okay, good. This one is good. Just increase it further like this. Now great. With this, all you just have to do, we have white color. Now here you have it, never back down. let me add another text to it. So you can just type in anything, maybe something to just like, okay, never let fear, never let fear, never let fear hold you down. You can do anything you want or you put your mind to. Do anything you want to do. So just like that, let's make this initial a capital letter. Okay, just like this. Okay, that. Then you can reduce the size. Then you can reduce the size. Then you come to alignment and align it to the center. Just like this. Reduce the size. Allow it to be very small. Don't allow it to be more than 3 lines. Okay. Just like this. Okay, great. Let's check the size. You can still reduce the size further. Okay, this is actually 10, 12. Let's make it 12. Now, good. Use your alignment to align it to the center. Align this one to the center. Align the lady also. The lady. Align her to the center also. Just like that. Okay, there you have it. Now, this being done is just to beautify your work. You can make use of anything to beautify your work, but let me do something here. Let me add something to beautify this. Okay, let me just quit this. Okay, there I have this. Okay, that. Just reduce the size of this, position it somewhere here. Then you come to your spacing, line spacing and reduce it. You can see how I'm reducing this. Okay, great. There you have it. Now with this, if you feel like this is too thick, you can reduce the opacity for that, just like something like this. Then you just duplicate that. Just duplicate that and bring it somewhere here. Okay, let me bring this here. Okay. Now, the next thing is you can just duplicate any of these text, or you type in a new one. Maybe you have something here. I'll just add super high or what, something like that. Okay, so there you have it. All you just have to do is to reduce the size of this, then you position it somewhere here. So with this you've been able to create a very beautiful piece that can boost morale and keep your clients, your customers, just something to keep them going and encourage them. And as well, preaching a brand already, Nike. So thank you for watching. If this was really helpful, kindly like and subscribe, get notified whenever I'm posting new videos. Thank you.